Curtis Sittenfeld has her finger on America's pulse in 10 witty, zippy short stories. Okay, I'll say it, I get a kick out of Curtis Sittenfeld. The novelist, eligible, American wife, prep, is a sharp observer of human nature and human relationships, especially the male-female variety, and she's a hoot, an appealing combination in my book. These qualities are on vivid display in You Think It, I'll Say It, Random House, 223 pp. 1/2 out of 4, a witty, breezy, zeitgeist-y collection of 10 short stories, her first. Sittenfeld is a Midwesterner, born in Cincinnati. She now lives in St. Louis, and many of these tales take place in the heartland. Her characters, though, would fit right in at a Brooklyn dinner party. They're mostly middle-aged, upper-middle-class professionals, bright, opinionated, and, quite often, totally clueless when it counts. No doubt Sittenfeld, with her razor-sharp, often hilarious zingers, is a formidable dinner party guest herself. Here's the droll way she begins gender studies. The opening story, Nell and Henry always said that they would wait until marriage was legal for everyone in America, and now this is the case. It's August 2015, but earlier in the week Henry eloped with his graduate student Bridget. Note the date. Trump and the 2016 presidential election factor into the two stories that bookend You Think It, I'll Say It. In gender studies, the recently dumped Nell, a professor, is in Kansas City for a weekend academic conference. Her shuttle driver, a younger guy in his 20s, strikes up a conversation about Trump. He's a fan, to which Nell thinks, "You're a moron." Nell realizes she's insufferable, although this self-admission seems not to bother her a whole lot. She recognizes that she and Henry, during 11 passionless, marriageless years together, finally honed their elitist bona fides by being deliberately childless, eating free-range beef, very occasionally, and watching only high-quality television. Raise your hand if that's you. When she gets to her hotel room and realizes she's lost her driver's license, Nell calls the shuttle driver, who zips right over. What ensues is a modern-day, faintly unpleasant, sex-tub comedy of errors on both sides. Characters make erroneous judgments and learn unexpected, and sometimes discomforting, lessons about themselves in Sittenfeld's well-crafted little gems of suburban wisdom, served with a side of poignancy. This is particularly true in the two most pointed stories, The World Has Many Butterflies and Plausible Deniability. In the first, Julie convinces herself she's madly in love with Graham. Both are married, when they start playing a game at parties called You Think It, I'll Say It, which thrills Julie by bringing out her sublimated worst instincts as a bitchy, judgmental gossip. In Plausible Deniability, a bachelor and his sister-in-law forge an intense, inappropriate connection through an ongoing, clandestine email exchange about classical music, of all things. Again, someone has seriously misread signals. Sitting on the sidelines, observing these human foibles, the reader gets to vicariously play the You Think It, I'll Say It game. It's a lot of fun, even when it makes you wince.